Hello everyone, my name is Anushka Srivastav and I'm a junior in the World Bachelor in Business program. It is a triple degree unique program which is a partnership between University of Southern California, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, as well as Bocconi University. I'm currently on my gap year and working full-time as an Investor Relations Associate at KLA Corporation. High school was a lot of fun, but it was also a very busy time for me. I was involved in a lot of different activities and held leadership positions in a lot of different student organizations. I was part of student council for majority of my high school, and I even represented my high school at the district level. I held leadership positions in American Indo Student Association, which was the cultural club on campus, along with DECA, a business club, and Junior State America, a debate and politics club. I truly tried to balance out my academics with extracurriculars, but also with my social life, and I'm very happy with how it worked out. I spent a lot of my summers traveling across the world, but also I organized various events and summer camps for high school as well as middle school students, and that's how I really spent my time. Junior year, I spent my time organizing Code Valley, which was a summer boot camp for middle school students to learn coding, but also I taught art classes and took care of younger children during my free time and volunteered, and that was how I spent most of my high school summers. So I moved from Singapore in 8th grade, and I didn't really know too much about the college application process or even just, test taking in general. And I think it was in 11th grade when I realized that, standardized testing is such a big deal. Taking the SAT or ACT and doing well will definitely play a huge part when it comes to college applications. And a lot of my friends had actually been studying for these tests in 6th grade or 7th grade, very early on. And I kind of felt at times that I was really late to the game, but honestly I think I'm happier this way because these are all tests that obviously you need to prepare for them, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't have wanted to spend 4 or 5 years on this. And another thing is, I think with these tests and everything, what you do actually need is maybe 6 to 7 months of actually focused learning, because I think those are sufficient for most people if you actually do it well. So that's what I did. I spent a summer and a few months after just really going through multiple practice tests, and I ended up taking the SAT because that worked out in my favor. And I think I took 2 SAT subject tests as well, one in math and one in chemistry, and yeah, that was it. I didn't really know too much, but it all just ended up working out, so I'm happy with that. So my college list consisted of 18 colleges. I knew that I wanted to pursue a degree in business or entrepreneurship, so my colleges tended to be more of the top 20 business colleges in the United States. And one thing that I wanted to keep in mind was how that college would be a fit for me. So I would definitely recommend that you guys definitely, if you can, do a virtual tour or go in person and check out if the culture really fits with who you are as a person and whether you'd truly be happy at that place. So I did take out a few colleges from my list because I realized that they just weren't a good fit for me. So in terms of my personal statement, I started in the month of July, the summer before my senior year, and I think that's a pretty good time to start, unless you plan on starting earlier, which is always good. And I would typically just go to my library every 2 or 3 days and spend 3 to 4 hours each time that I was there. And I would just try to get as many different ideas on writing as I could, because I think that you're not gonna get your final version or the perfect piece in one go, but you can slowly start building those up, and just the idea creation process is very important. So make sure you don't have too much of a filter when you're going through that stage. You can always come back and edit. And in terms of different themes, I went through a lot of different options for what I could write, but eventually I decided to write about how leadership is also about giving others the chance and opportunity to rise and shine when in spotlight. So I think that was mostly fueled by the other experiences that I've had in high school, and that's also through me being a recognition commissioner in my student government in high school, along with me organizing a entrepreneurship competition, something similar to Shark Tank for high school students when I was a junior. And I think that truly kind of gave me that perspective that it's not always just about you being the leader and you kind of as the leader taking that place on the stage. It's also about giving others that opportunity to really shine and get their ideas out there and move forward in life. When it comes to letters of recommendation, I would suggest that you reach out to teachers who know you as a person more than just the classroom environment. And I reached out to teachers who I had known for 2 or 3 years of my high school. I was part of different clubs where they were advisors as well, and they just really knew the personal side to me, which is a great way to share to your college admissions officers when you have some teacher who truly knows the full picture. The application process for getting into the World Bachelor in Business program at USC was very challenging, honestly. I had to write 5 extra supplements along with a recorded interview which would just throw out questions at you, and you were expected to respond to those almost immediately, something like a higher view for an interview. And I just really wish that I reached out to people from that program and really learned more about the program prior to all of that, because that would have given me a good insight and perspective. And I think that's something people forget. You can always reach out to upperclassmen or people from that university to get a better feel of how that university is and whether it would be a good culture fit for you. My advice to anyone applying to college would be to make sure that your application reflects who you truly are and is very genuine. I noticed that the applications that ended up working out for me were those that I wrote last minute, honestly, and that I didn't go through many edits for, because that truly had my voice.